Hi guys, this is Lene. This video is all about how to get under eye and blemish coverage and correction without having to use a lot of product, no matter what your discoloration is. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're already subscribed, thanks for subscribing. Make sure you click on the bell so that you get a notification each time a new video is uploaded. Hey guys, long time no see. I thought I would do a quick video on under eye color correcting and blemish or dark spot, sunspot, age spot, melasma color correcting really quick to add on to my highlights so that you can review it later if things change or if your dark spots start to come out a little bit more, especially getting warmer outside. So I want to show you a couple of tricks that I have come across that I have been using lately that are really good, really helpful depending on what your discoloration is. Under eye dark circles are a problem for most women as we get older and older, but the under eye discoloration issue is a little bit different for everybody. So it kind of just depends on what your discoloration issue is, how you would correct it. So what I'm going to show you today is really good. I have kind of medium skin tone. Hi guys, I have medium skin tone, but I have dark blemishes. I have freckling, I have natural freckling, plus I have sunspots, I have age spots, I have melasma from spending lots and lots of time in the sun. So my medium skin tone has become like a medium to dark skin tone because that hyperpigmentation is all over the entire surface of my face. My under eye, however, I do not have like dark under eye circles, but I do have discoloration in small pockets. So you can see, I'm actually gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see, sorry, this is like uber close up of my face, but you can see kind of this purpling right here, and then right under here, it's a little bit lighter color. I don't know if you can tell in the video or not, but it's like a little bit veiny, so it kind of has a little bit of blue discoloration. And then my freckling from here, it comes up into the pocket here. So I definitely have discoloration just like most people do. If you don't, you're one of the few. Consider yourself one of the lucky ones. But if you do, I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I've learned that I love to use using my mascara products to minimize, or in a lot of cases, completely wipe out that discoloration so you can't even see. The first trick I'm going to use is for my under eye. Because it's a little bit of a bluish tint here for me, I'm gonna use a specific color that's in the peach category. It's actually called, it's a lip cheek color that's called Frenchie. It's this color right here. It's kind of more of a peachy color rather than a, it's this one right there. So I know it's kind of hard, a little bit hard to tell the color here in the video, but trust me when I tell you that it's a peach color, which is really good for both fair skin under eye with a little bit of blue veining in them, fair skin under eye with a little bit of red veiny in it, or if you are a little bit of a medium to a dark skin tone and you have like a brown under eye discoloration, this color is good for all of those people that fit into those categories. So it's really simple, you guys. I mean, this is not anything magic. This is not anything amazing. I didn't come up with this on my own. It's just a matter of color science and how it works. All I'm gonna do is pat my finger into that Frenchie color. You can kind of see how peachy it is on that swatch there. And I'm just gonna stipple it right under my eye. So you can see what that did before I've even blended. I haven't even blended at all. And I'm doing this with my finger for one, because I don't want to use a brush underneath my eye. The skin underneath our eye is so sensitive. But when you do it with your finger, then you get a little bit more coverage too. Plus I can tap it and kind of stipple it as opposed to swiping or using a brush and getting a little bit of texture there. When you use your finger, it makes just a little bit more of a smooth surface. Okay, so see this purple right here, and then I'm like light underneath. So all I'm gonna do is tap this Frenchie in that area, concentrating on where it's the most purple, and then just kind of tapping and blending out from there. That's it. I'm gonna leave it just like that. I'm actually gonna add just a little bit more here. So if you are a mom that gets very little sleep, if you're a student that stays up late studying, if you are a workaholic and you have stress, you're gonna get some discoloration under your eye. One, most likely from lack of sleep. too, from when we're busy like that, our diets tend to go down a little bit. All of those things affect our skin, our overall skin. The other thing I'm going to show you before I do my makeup really fast, I'm going to show you how to color correct dark spots or blemishes, no matter what the color is. Now, again, the color that you use to color correct based on color science, it's going to depend on the color that needs correcting. So anytime you have a dark spot like this one right here, and you know what? This dark spot is actually getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Like every time I look at it, it's less and less and less because of my skincare that I use, which is phenomenal and amazing. And it's really minimizing this spot right here. So it gets easier and easier and easier for me to cover it because of that skincare. If you want to know more about that skincare, I'm happy to tell you. That's not what this video is about. So just send me a message and I'll let you know all about our skincare and why my face is better than it's ever been in my entire life. But for these dark spots, because they are dark, I want to match the dark spots with a dark color. If I were to put like a light color over here, like a, traditionally what women will do is put like a really, really, really light color over the top of it to completely wipe it out, which is fine. But when you do that, when you put a light color over the top of a dark color, it's going to end up looking like ashy or kind of give you a bruised look, which is not what you want at all. The only way to correct that is if you add more and more and more product on top of it. Well, I'm going to show you how to cover those spots so fast, so easy, using very, very minimal product. And again, it's all about the color science. So for mine, I'm going to use this color right here. This is actually a contour color. It's called Aspen. So this contour color would be for very, very fair-skinned girls who have like a fair but cool base skin tone. For their contour. I'm going to use it as a color corrector here. So I'm just going to tap my brush into it. I'm not using that brush. I'm going to use my Best Blend Forever brush. I'm going to use the small end of my Best Blend Forever brush. Just tap a little bit into there. And I want you to watch as this pigmentation totally disappears. And I'm barely putting anything on it. Like there's hardly anything on my brush. That pigmentation has almost 100% disappeared. And then I just kind of stipple around the outside edge of it to blend it in. I have, like I said, I have very, very minimal amount on here, but I'm going to do the same thing down here. You can see where kind of my melasma or my pregnancy mask that I got from being pregnant 15, 16, 17 years ago. And same thing, very, very light coat. Like it's like, I wouldn't even call this a coat. It's like the most sheer application ever. But because it's the color that I'm using to correct is matching the depth of the color that I need to correct, it's making a world of difference in how much product I have to apply in order to get the coverage, the exact same coverage that somebody else would by using a lighter concealer type color and having to load more and more and more on. So once I've done that and I've kind of concealed my areas, all I'm going to do is stipple my highlight color right over the top. Now this is not adding an extra layer of makeup. Mascara is all about simplifying and not having to layer. It's so incredibly easy. I'm just stippling this. So if you think of it as the very, very first color, instead of doing a color corrector in one solid color and then laying another color on top, creating layers, what I'm doing is I'm stippling both so that they kind of mesh together. And then you have one layer of makeup, but I still get the coverage that I want for my skin without having to use a lot of product. And using this brush that I'm using here, this is the B Squared brush. This is a brush for mascara, which I'm happy to give you the link to if you want this brush, which you do want this brush because it's the best brush ever made in the history of ever. This brush is only $36, but when you use this brush for your foundation color, it allows you to get full coverage because of the way this brush is designed, because of the way the bristles are. It'll allow you to get full or like a medium to full coverage without having to use a lot of product. So all I do, you can see where I deposited the majority of my product right there in the center of my chin, and all I do is just kind of stipple and spread. So I have very, very, very little amount of product on my face, but I can get a full coverage out of my makeup without having to use very much. Plus all of my under eye discoloration is totally gone. Plus all of my age spots, my sunspots, all of that, everything is like disappeared, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. It only takes a minute or less to apply it. It's super easy. And then once I've done that, I can go into my regular highlight and contour, my full face hack. So I'll just add my contour really quickly all around the edge of my face, and then right underneath my chin, my jawline. I'm gonna go back to that same B squared brush, and I'm just gonna blend that color in. Remember that you always want to lift and stipple everything. So when you are applying color onto your face, you always want to go in an upward and outward motion. Everywhere except for your neck, you want to blend down and away so that you get kind of the lift here and you get the lift up and out in your face here. So super, super easy. I get all of that coverage, I get all of that structure, dimension in my face without having to use a lot of product, without having to spend a ton of time. So incredibly easy. And then down here on my chin, I'm gonna blend down and away. Always down and away. You wanna keep the center of your throat here, this area here, you wanna keep it lightest and brightest. So when you're blending your contour color, which is that dark color, you wanna stipple right here underneath on this surface of your chin. But once you get to here, you wanna go away from it, because anything that's light is gonna pull forward, anything that's dark is gonna pull back. So you're gonna give yourself like an instant neck lift when you do it that way. That's it, you guys. So super easy, super fast, full coverage. Everything is completely gone. I have no under eye circles, no under eye bags. I have all of my blemishes, my dark spots, my sunspots, my age spots, all covered completely. And it took me like, what, 2 minutes to do it? And it will last me all day long. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. If you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, go to my YouTube channel link, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which the link is in my profile here on Instagram. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click on the little bell so you get alerts every time I post a new video. Make sure you tell your friends and family about it so they can subscribe too, because I do lots of giveaways on there too. Thanks for watching, you guys, and have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.